New year. I'm not gonna say new me, because honestly, been kind of doing like vision board stuff, and that line does not resonate with me. But I'm just like restarting my channel. I have a book account, and I kind of want to collide this with my book account. It's Shelf by M with a D, shelved, so shelf with a D at the end. It will be on the screen, and it will also be down below if you want to go follow. I'm really proud of it. I'm kind of in a slow state with it right now, just because again, I'm doing a lot of vision board, I'm doing a lot of inner work, as my journal is right here. That's not a sponsor, but maybe in a different video I'll talk about that. If not, it will be on something on my personal Instagram. But grab a drink. I have a Dr. Pepper and a water bottle. Shout out to my friend Claire for getting me this beautiful Wicked Stanley. This isn't my first ever Stanley. Some of you guys might be surprised, but it is. And shout out to her. Again, none of this is sponsored. Also, I bought myself a Anthropologie. But I know, I feel like I need to say this, but get your drinks, because we're sitting down, we're covering it. I have certain parts, I have my computer, because my iPad's dead. Before I start yapping, because I don't think I said it, this is 26 books for 2026. I was going to do a most anticipated read, but my most anticipated reads are authors I know or want to read. I don't have very many of those. So I'm gonna do a small part of anticipated reads and then go into kind of things I've been wanting to read for a while, and then physical TBR, because I have a good amount of those. Not a huge amount, but enough where I'm like, some of these need to be taken off because I'm tired of staring at them and being like, I haven't read them. I just want to try to read them. It might not go well because some of them I've had again so long, but I'll get to those reasonings later. But there's one in particular I'm kind of wondering, will I ever read that? But again, I'm starting with my most anticipated reads, and I'm starting with this one because this one's on a weird level because it's not a 2026 book, but it came out end of 2025, so it's on a weird scale. I did technically start to read the first chapter, but then stopped it because I'm rereading People We Meet on Vacation because I want to watch that movie. But this is In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. If you don't know, I'm a huge Sarah Adams fan, especially this series. The other series, well, that's a duology, so I don't know if you'd call that a series, but what is it? The Cheat Sheet and Rulebook I did really like, but I think because we're on the fourth book of this series, I'm more connected to this series. So far, I like the first chapter. It's literally the first chapter. I went up to chapter 2. And this is Madsen's and Jason? Is that his name? No, James. I know where I'm getting Jason from. But James and Madsen's book. And it's Chef X Farmer. And they definitely have some sort of history from the other books, but excited to read this full thing. Kind of sad I put it down, but I read People We Meet on Vacation in 2023, beginning of 2023. I read it like around this time, and I'm reading it to watch the movie that I'm so excited for. I'm gonna get off track a lot, but I haven't talked in so long, and some of these books need explaining. Next one is And Now Back to You by BK Borson, which comes out February 24th. That's Jackson. I think his name's Jackson. Hopefully I'm not getting it wrong. I'm pretty sure though. But he was so good. I could probably like look in my first time caller book, which is behind me somewhere. But he was so funny in first time caller. But I've been reading more by BK Borson. I did not like Love Life Farm. I recently read Good Spirits and I did like that one. I did enjoy it. I didn't think it was the best book. I gave it a 3.75. So I'm excited to see how I rate this one. I will say I don't know if her writing style is for me. I've enjoyed First Time Caller, Good Spirits, so I want to see where this one leads on the scale. Lovely Farm was absolutely not for me. I don't think I'm continuing that series, but that's just me. The next book I'm so freaking excited for. This is my top most anticipated read of 2026. Probably will read this the night it comes out, which I'll explain, and that's Just Friends by Haley Pham. I love her YouTube. I literally was just watching a video of her today, and I'm excited to see how she writes. It's a romance up my alley, and she's coming here March 3rd, and I'm gonna be seeing her March 3rd to get a signed copy, and I'm just so excited. My mom's being dragged into it, but I'm so excited. If you want to know what I want to be reading in 2026, it's Just Friends. I'm so happy that's coming out. It's like the year now. I need to not talk so much, but some of these I'm so excited for. Next one is Love Song by Elle Kennedy, which comes out March 17th. We have a lot of good books coming out in March and May, it seems like. So, Elle Kennedy I've read the first Off Campus series book, and I read, I forget the first one, but it's Bad Girl Reputation, and whatever the first book name is. I want to say The Summer Girl, but I know that's the third book, and I have not read the third book in whatever that is. Maybe that's Avalon Bay series. So I've read a few of her books. I enjoyed everything I've read by her. So I'm excited for this new one. I love the name Love Song. Used to have a song that I liked called Love Song. But yeah. The next book is The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. We got a Abby Jimenez book right here. So I read her all of 2025. She's my new favorite author. I could go on for hours just talking about her books. So excited for that book. So if anyone want to know what number book we are on, we're on number 6. And it's Or Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune, which comes out May 5th. One Golden Summer was my top book of 2025. I still have to read one more of her books, which I'll probably be doing soon because I have it on hold in Libby. But One Golden Summer was my favorite book, and so I'm excited for this new one. I think her writing has gotten better. I've read all of her books except one, which is This Summer Will Be Different. So I want to see how that one is because I haven't read that one. Just seeing the progress from Every Summer After to One Golden Summer is crazy. I just think her books are good for summer and to sit either on vacation or by the water and just read them is a vibe. The next book I want to read, and it's definitely anticipated for me, but I'll explain. It's the Daisy Chain Flower Shop by Lori Gilmore, which comes out May 5th. I used to get so excited for her books in this series. I love the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I love Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. I always forget the name of that one. I was right. And the Christmas Tree Farm. And I think all those ones are really good. But as the other ones started coming out, I lost connection. So we'll see how this one is. I just think she is putting out too many books in a small amount of time, and it's losing quality. Yes, we have the quantity amount of books, but I think it's losing the emotional factor and just the goodness of the books. So I wish she would just like maybe take a year to write a book and then give it to us, because there's definitely potential in her writing. But I think when you're forced to put so many out, I don't know if this is the publisher or have the worriness of people won't want to read the books, so you push more out. I think that's where the writing is lacking. So we'll see. We'll see how I like that one. I'm definitely scared. But we kind of got introduced with it in the Gingerbread Bakery. So we'll see how that goes. Either way, Small Town's amazing. So next is a big one, and I think many people want me to read this series. It's Mile High. My mom and my neighbor have been begging me to read it, and I'm getting there. And it's based in Chicago, and I don't live far from Chicago, and I lived there for 4 years. It would be nice to read something on a place I know pretty well. It's all sports romances, which I've been really getting into, especially hockey. I know there's a few hockey, but I know there's baseball and maybe a basketball in there. So it's all different types of sports, and I think that's why I've led back, because there's just so many different ones. But I'm excited to see what I think of each one, because a lot of people's favorites are super different. Like, some people like Mile High, but some people like Play Along, and I think it's kind of cool how many people don't have the same favorites in that series, which I'm excited to see which ones I like. And my mom kind of wants to go to her book signing here, so if I could read them before that would be great. Next, now we're going to a few sports in this section. Another sports series is Off Campus series by Elle Kennedy. There's a few Elle Kennedy. I might just want to be reading a good amount of Elle Kennedy books, but I want to finish the series. I read the first book, love Hannah and Garrett, can't wait to see the next books. I'm excited for it. Next one is a huge one. I can't even get my hands on this book currently. It's Heated Rivalry. I'm a big hockey fan, guys, so I'm excited for these hockey books, but I don't know. It's so hard to get this book. I have people wanting me to watch the show, read the book, and I'm just trying to get the book because I want to read the book first, then watch the show. But it's hard to get your hands on, guys, right now. Anyone who's trying to get their hands on it, I feel you. The next two are the same author, and it's Kristen Hanna. One being The Nightingale, which I know is right here. The Nightingale. I started this one, as you can see, and I stopped it. The first chapter was really intriguing, and then we like time jumped. So I'm excited to see what I think about this whole thing. I've read one other Kristen Hanna book, and it was The Great Alone. I thought it was good, but I'm excited to see how I like this type of writing style, because this is one of her more popular books, because The Great Alone didn't have a big emotional factor as I thought it would have. I mean, there were emotional parts, I just don't think they hit me in the right spot with where I'm at in life. It just didn't do anything for me, I guess. So I'm excited to see how I like this one. And another one, which I do have physically, I just don't want to grab it, is The Woman by Kristen Hanna. I don't know a lot about that book. This one, from reading the first chapter, I could kind of tell what this is about. But the other one, I don't know much about. But I just want to see how I like Kristen Hanna's writing style. Another one of Kristen Hanna's books I want to read, but I don't think I'll necessarily read this year, so it's not on this list, is Firefly Lane, because I want to watch the show. It's not on my list. We'll see. I want to read more Kristen Hanna, because it's a genre I don't really tap into a lot, so I just kind of want to see. I want to try out a few more different genres that I'm not necessarily used to. Which goes into my next one, because it's Housemaid, which is thriller, which I also have to be clear, I did read the first book, so it's like the rest of the series, because I kind of just want to complete it. I feel weird just like reading the first one, and I know people who've read it and are kind of just like, you really don't need to read the others. But I think I just want to close up the rest of the story, I guess. Because I kind of know the baseline of some of the other books. But I just want to wrap up that chapter and be done with it. I don't know why. It's weird. It's a me thing. Next book is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. The books I've read: Seven Husbands, Malibu Rising. I feel like I'm missing one. Daisy Jones and the Six. How could I forget? That's good. That has a TV show. So I've read a few of her books. This one I feel like is a different level than some of her books, plotline wise, because it's definitely, I think it's like a astronaut sort of book, which a lot of her other ones are like pop stars. At least the ones I've read. She's written so many. But I just want to read that one. I hear good things about it. Another one I've been wanting to read for quite a while. Quite a while. Is Divine Rivals, which is by Rebecca Ross. I have been wanting to read this book. Hear great things. It's a fantasy I want to read. Just switching up the genre a little bit. Because a lot of these ones before that were fantasy. But we're getting some fantasy on right now. Next one being Crescent City. I'm so scared to read these books. I'm not gonna lie. But I need to. I think I need to. I kind of miss Sarah J. Maas' writing style. I know this one's kind of more on the fantasy, but I think Thorns Glass is really fantasy, so it's just pulling into more fantasy, and I want to read it. I want to be in the know. I want to say I've read the whole SJM universe, so we'll see if I get to that. The next one is another one I have physical. It's The Last Letter, another book my mom wanted me to read. I'm just forced her to read Fourth Wing. She's going on to Onyx Storm. She's not loving them as much as me, but she agrees that Iron Flame is better than Fourth Wing, which not many people agree with me on that, but she agrees. So I'll give her that. But she wants me to read any of Rebecca Yarrow's romance, because she's read a lot of the romance. I've read all of her fantasy, and I think this is the one I want to start off with. I think I always go back between this one. There's one with an airplane on it, in the Most Likely Events, maybe. and Variation. I go back between those three as my first one of hers. So we'll see. I think maybe this one, because I have it physically, but I might still, because I think this is on Kindle Unlimited, because this has pretty straight edges and I don't really want to touch it, but I do want to read a Rebecca Yarros romance, because I know she can do romance, and maybe I just want to get my heart broken more, so we'll do that. The next book is The God of the Woods by Liz Moore, which is a Taylor Swift recommended book, and I want to read it. I've always wanted to kind of read celebrities' book recommendations, and not necessarily that this book was recommended by her, but she listened to it, and a lot of people who've read it really enjoyed it. So it's on my Libby, and I'll be reading it some point this year, probably sooner than later. Next book / series is Rose Hill series, which is like Wild Love, Wild Games, that whole series. I loved the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver, so I'm excited to see how this one is. I don't know if I want to read any of other of her books, but we'll see what I think after Rose Hill. But definitely want to read that, because also I'm a Franny and Neza girly, and I want to go listen to Wild Library. I think that's the name. And go listen to all that. Next is books that have been gifted, I've had for a really long time, or I just need to read because I'm tired of seeing them. So we're gonna start off with Twin Crowns. My friend Raina gave this to me. A lot of people compare it to Princess and Pauper for some reason, like the Barbie. And I mean look at it. But I just am excited. It's a kind of different fantasy than I think I'd normally read, but I definitely want to try it out. It's new. It's something I've never really heard of before she gave it to me. I see a lot more about it now that she has given it to me, but I want to read that. This one has been on my TBR, and this is what I was referencing at the beginning. Like, will I ever read The Hating Game? I got this because I want to read it to watch the movie. Still haven't read it. I've tried reading it. Didn't go so well. I don't think I made it a chapter in. I have a love-hate relationship with this book, just because I want to read it, but also I don't want to touch you. I don't want to see you. I get annoyed seeing this one on my shelf. This is another one I kind of get annoyed reading, like seeing on my shelf, but I also really want to read it. It's in a New York Minute. I randomly bought this just because it mentions New York and it was a really pretty cover. I'm tired of seeing it on my shelf. I should read this. I really should get it off my shelf. The next one, I don't really know if I want to read. I do have it. It's Call It What You Want. I did get this because call it what you want. Call it what you want to. I want to wear his initial on chain around my neck. Chain. I love that song. That's why this book has always came up with me. But this is actually an ARC version, because my school had Sourcebook come to like a career fair and they were giving away like free books. You could take like a free book. I took this one because of the name. We're going through Elle Kennedy's full discography right now. Girl Abroad, Elle Kennedy. A friend gave me this book. This one I've never seen, which is crazy because I feel like you see her books all the time. Never saw this one around or seen hype around this one. I've read the back a few times. It's like based in London. She like goes to London and whatever, but I want to read it. I just haven't yet. I think I was trying to read it during summer and then it didn't work out. But honestly, kind of feeling summer books in winter, which normally doesn't happen. But I'm also feeling like fantasy and thriller. So it's a weird, I'm feeling the normal like winter books, fantasy and thriller. But I'm also feeling summer books, weirdly. Because I'm reading People We Meet on Vacation. For some reason, it's a vibe. Really weird reading style right now. All these books have been gifted to me. This one was gifted by my friend Claire, and I really do want to read it. She picked a good author, I will say. The next two were gifted to me by Reina, and this one she gave me a while ago. And it's Under Rose-Tainted Skies, and I am so intrigued by this book. It definitely seems like an emotional story, but from what I've like read about it, and it intrigues me so much. Still haven't picked it up, but I want to, because I will say Reina has picked up out some random romances or just random books in general, and I read them and I'm like, you low-key like popped off and you don't even read these genres. She doesn't even read romance. She reads romance like romantically, but she doesn't read romance. And it's sometimes so weird because we'll text each other being like, what book are you reading? And I'm like, yeah, I'm reading People We Meet on Vacation, and she just got finished reading Quicksilver. So like we have such a different taste sometimes. Like when I'm actually reading a fantasy book, I'm like, I'm aligned to you right now. And then I'm reading some just like cutesy la-di-da-di-da book. I'm like, it's so fun to have a friend with a very different reading style. But somehow some of the books she got me without like even looking it up has hit so hard. So we'll see. We'll see. Another one which she picked and she didn't even know was signed. This book is signed. It's Save the Date, and Morgan Matson signed it and she didn't even know. And I've done the same thing, so I get it. I've done it with a Lauren Robert book. So yeah, this is Save the Date. I mean, who doesn't love a wedding? Which, just because I said wedding, the wedding people popped up in my head. Would love to read that book. I'm just naming off books I want to read at this point, but I do want to read this book. Again, don't know much about it. This cover slays though. Like, just the photography for it. I used to be a photography major. I do kind of appreciate these pictures I got for the book, honestly. Excited to see what that entails, what all these books entailed. That I don't know if I could read all of these. I've read 50 books, about 50 books last year. Got to 49. My goal this year is 75. I don't know if that's attainable from past reading styles of mine. But yeah, let me know if any of these are the same. Let me know if you have any of those same feelings, any of the same feelings about these authors, about these books. If you want to just talk deeper into books, you may follow me on Shelf by M, which I do have a cute little crew neck that has my ads, which on one of these videos I will be wearing so you guys can see. But I am just so proud of the account, and I love talking to other readers and people who may want to just yap about books. Yeah, me on there. I will be replying. will be replying. You can even say, hey, I watched your 26 books for 2026. You should, here's what I think. So sort of say, I've been filming so long I can't speak. But you could just be like, hey, I watched this. Here's what I'm feeling. And I'll reply. But thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to be filming more. I miss this, which is crazy to say. Don't know why I ever stopped, because I think I stopped because I didn't know my place. But I don't care about my place anymore. I just care that people can relate or listen and be inspired by it. I don't know. Feel something by it. And I really want to connect this again with Shelf by M on my Instagram. So it's extra content for people who follow me on there. Because I got some book besties on there. And again, if you follow me on there, I just put all my clothes back. Because that's where they were. I should sell these. Guys, do you want a black dress? It didn't work for me. I was sad. I really wanted a black dress, black sweater dress. I need to stop. But if you follow me on Shelf by M, you're automatically a part of my book besties gang. So you should just follow me on there. Follow me on all my social medias. This was a good transition into my outro. You can follow me down below. They will all be down below, including Shelf by M. You can subscribe if you want to see more videos of me yapping for way too long. If you comment a book you want to read in 2026. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next Friday, because we're gonna try posting every Friday now. Again. I need to stop because I don't know what I'm saying. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Bye.